Hi everybody, Stephanie here. Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today, I am doing an unboxing from Tabitha's Glass Emporium. I decided to do some of my Kickstarter funds and use them for additional goodies. And if you are a Kickstarter backer watching this, some of this stuff is going to end up in hearts. So there's a good chance you're going to end up with a heart made with some of the stuff I got from Tabitha. If you're just here because you stumbled across my page, I ran a Kickstarter this year and last year for fused glass hearts, and a lot of the glass I get is the result of my Kickstarter money from that. But you're not here to hear about the Kickstarter, especially since it's finished. So let's dig right into the box. Full disclosure, I have not opened this box and looked inside. Well, I've opened the box, but I haven't looked inside. I only pulled the packing slip out. So my reaction to this will probably be totally unscripted. What am I saying? Not probably. Will be. Okay, I ordered a lot of stringers because as much as I want a vitrograph kiln, it's going to be some time till I can get one and get the training to use it. So I ordered a bunch of vitrograph stringers in various colors to be able to use as, say, flower stems or bits of galaxy or something like that. So you're going to see a lot of stringer unboxing. And this is indeed floral stringers of transparent glass. And yes, I'm using a chunk of glass to open the stringers. I don't keep a knife handy when you've got, why bother when you've got dozens of pieces of sharp glass instead? So here are the stringers. Come on, out, 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 out. And they look like this. And these are vitrograph pulled. But aren't they beautiful? There we go, getting right in the camera. They're transparent and looks like a bit of aventurine and spring green. Wouldn't that make a beautiful flower stem with some flowers on top? I just love them. Here is, let's see if I can get another piece out. If it'll come. See, another curly piece. Beautiful. So I can't wait to play with this stuff. And I have this container out so I can hold everything once it's out. I've been using them to store all my hearts for the Kickstarter, but they work for this too. Next is Reactive floral stringers in blue. I think Tabitha calls all her stringers floral stringers. I'm not sure. But these will react with certain colors. Oh, and these are cool. These are biodegradable bags. It says biodegradable. Well, I'm assuming it's biodegradable. They're from Croatia, and I don't speak the language of Croatia. So here's another one. Isn't that beautiful? And one more. I mean, you could do all sorts of stuff with these. So I can't wait to play with them. And another bag of stringers. You're going to get tired of stringers, but I promise we'll move on. Oh, these are the rainbow ones. These are so cool. I ended up with some of these originally, and then I misplaced them, and I think they got crushed. So I decided it was time to reorder some fun ones. Put that all down here. And please don't mind the humming that's in the background. I've got a space heater because I work in my garage, and it is butt frosty today. Look at these. And they curl. Aren't they cool? They're nice and thick, too. So I can't wait to use some of these. I've got a whole thing of rainbow stringers. Okay. Next one is Bullseye Stringers Green. I'm assuming these are the non-transparents. Having glass in the shop is handy. If nothing else, I never need a knife. Wrap goes down there. Yes, these are the non-transparents. And look, wouldn't that make a fantastic stem for a flower? Or, look here, this really fine piece. Couldn't you see it winding through a heart with flowers on either side? I mean, that would just be so freaking cool. I can't wait to play with this stuff. Usually I do a lot of bowls and plates and kind of simple things, but the last two Kickstarters have taught me that I can do art as well. And so I want to branch out into more fun things like scenes with flowers and landscapes and all of that. There's some classes I'd really like to take and get through that. This is a mixed bunch of colored stringer. Good, you can see that. So what I love is I just got a variety pack so I can have some red, some black, some blue, brown, orange, yellow, purple. I mean, any of these colors could end up in any hearts very easily. It's just sort of a mishmash cross pattern, which I think is cool. Of course, I think everything is cool. I just love glass. And then we have stringers, French vanilla and black. Tabitha raves about these. She absolutely loves them. So I thought it would be worth getting some. I've gotten some of the scrap from the Vitrograph poles and used it, and it's turned out beautiful. But again, I wanted to have a variety to start with. Oh, these are stunning. Okay, looks black, yeah? And then I turn it over and it's French vanilla. So black to French vanilla. Isn't that awesome? And so fine. Ah, there goes a flying piece. So you could even heat this. I could heat this with my creme brulee torch and twist it and have like a candy cane stripe almost going, which would be neat. Okay, next is Touch of Dicro. I think these might have been on sale. I don't remember. I'm not going to look because this video is going to run long as it stands. But these are clear stringers with a touch of dichroic in them. And they're not super fancy, but I thought they'd make a neat sparkle places because I don't use Dicro powder. Oh, they're stunning. You can just see it if you look at the back of the end. There's just that touch of, as I'm too far away, there we go. Just sparkles right on the top. That's beautiful. And it should give a little bit of shimmer places. But yeah, you can see it. Looks like she may have used some opaline in there too, which I love opaline. It starts out clear and then it gets this beautiful sort of cloudy color. And it's not really an opaque white, it's more like a thin cloud. And I just love it because you can put it over colors and it tints the colors very nicely. Alright, and the last bag of stringers. Midnight Blue. And I ordered extra of these because I saw Tabitha did a really cool moon with them, and it was a freestanding object, and I think that's really cool, but it's nothing that I could do. I'm too much of a klutz. But I did buy a lot in hopes of being able to maybe do it with a background, so I wouldn't have to worry about breaking the piece once I made it. So I ordered extra because they're really pretty. Look at that. It's got aventurine blue and dark blue in it, and it just has just the faintest amount of sparkle. So it is the coolest stuff. I just love it. So yeah, I'm gonna make some pieces make galaxies, night skies, things like that. Okay, so that's the end of my stringer, although I keep finding pieces in the box. So one other thing I bought was called Twisty Kay. And she makes these canes, and I'll show them to you. Oh, cool. I did get some purple ones. Sometimes the assortment is a surprise. But you can make a request of, hey, can I get one or two, you know, purple or blue or whatever. So here are the canes. I got red, which I have a bunch of red already. An orange, which I have a bunch of. But the rest, not so much. So what they look like is they twist. This is clear and aventurine blue. As I better hold it in frame. But what I really love is ones like these, because they make really cool dots. And there's a lot of projects you can use these for, but I sometimes just cut them up in chunks and throw them in my hearts, because then you get a surprise piece of, you know, a big curl. Like at the beginning, the curls. See how the curl's tight at the end here, or the twist, but it's relaxed up here? That would make really cool for putting a couple pieces in a green heart. So yeah, I've got a whole variety of colors of that, which I'm looking forward to playing with. And then I did order one cane that is a rainbow twist, because I wanted to see what it was like. Man, Tabitha has so many different varieties. She really is the queen of this sort of stuff. Oh, this one is really cool looking. This cane, it's a flat piece, you can see, but it twists. And isn't that cool for color? I bet it would make really awesome dots too. Not sure what I'll use it in, but I really like it. And then we got Curious Blue braided cane, short pieces. Because I like to, Curious are like what Bullseye calls curious, or the glass that doesn't quite meet the standard. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it might be, like with Bullseye, it might have a streak in it, or the color's not uniform, or something like that. Well, with Tabitha's, these are the pieces that are not to her exacting standards. So they look a little bit different, but I've honestly never found Curious stuff to be that big of a deal. Sometimes it's unpredictable, or not unpredictable, but unexpected appearance can be really fun. And a lot of my glass is bought by Curious, simply because it's cheaper. Glass is expensive. I could have bought a car for everything I've spent on glass. But those are the Twisty Canes, and aren't they beautiful? Bet they'd make really great dots or inclusions in hearts. That's dark aventurine, that's white, that's a pale blue. And they're beautiful. And now I can move this one. Set it down very carefully. And we'll just go to the boxes. Okay. In fact, there's everything in these really cool cardboard boxes, which are much easier to recycle than plastic. And since she sometimes ships in varying sizes, like this is 25 grams of cane for sunset landscape lines. So they're longer, but I've had little tiny boxes and things like that too. But I love this because I can recycle them. But here are the sunset landscape lines. And don't ask me how she makes them. It's a vitrograph thing and I don't know how. But isn't that beautiful? You could lay a chunk of it across on a... or put it this way, and lay a chunk of it with some darker blue up top and make a necklace. And it would be absolutely gorgeous. So I bought some to play with because I have never had the ability to. Last year it was mostly flower marie, so this year there's been a few fun things. These are medium mix Bullseye flowers. There's 10 pieces in here. And I asked for purples, blues, and then I think greens and reds, but I said pretty much if they wanted to mix it up, I was fine with that. So let's see what I've got. And they come in a little thing. They're very small, but they're fun for tack fusing on top to give some texture or some height to a piece. And I've seen a lot of things that I really wanted to do with them, but I have like 3 from a sample kit I bought last year, or 5. And they were all random colors, so this gives me a little more of a variety. Oh, she did give me a variety. Look, the variegated. Let me pull one out. These are so cool. All right, so they're thin, they're lampworked. So my guess is because they're all similar in appearance that they must have some sort of form for them. But look how pretty they are. Dark blue to white, variegated. I mean, that's lovely. I've got some purple here, some pink. Yeah, you can just see them. Here's 2 red, 2 dark pink, a light pink, 3 blue, and 2 purple. Well, like 4 pink and a purple. Pinkish purple. Perfect. So, I'm really looking forward to those. I'm playing with them. I've got a box over here for all of my vitrograph pieces that I don't use. I'll need to just grab this and rip it off. Yes, I just used my teeth. Don't yell at me. That's to Mom. Okay, so there they're contained. And there we go. So that was the first box. These are the sunset lines. These are purple bullseye landscape lines. Oh, look how beautiful those are. I could cut pieces from the edge and turn them into petals for flowers. But aren't they beautiful? I've got two sets of landscape lines. These are green. Those are beautiful too. Again, you could make petals out of them. They're really cool looking. Aventurine green, spring green, probably some avocado. That's some mint. Let's see what else I have if I have more landscape lines. Don't think I do. I think those are the only ones I got that were landscape lines. Those are poppy landscapes, Lampwork blossom flowers, and star flowers. So, yeah, I'm done with the landscape lines. They're a special Tabitha only thing. And like I said, I really want to play with them. Alright. Getting out of the bubble wrap. Sorry for the noise. Also sorry if there's a hum. I'm in my garage, it's cold. I probably said this already. I have the attention span of less than a goldfish. My goldfish could remember things. Alright, these are poppy landscapes. Oh, I remember these. These are really cool. They're pressed flowers, or pressed pieces. Let's just rip. Rip. But they're pressed. There are poppies in them, and what they're supposed to be is little landscapes. Here's the sky, here's the ground with some poppies, and you can embellish them as you wish, or use them as flowers. In my case, I'll probably turn them into medallions and put more flowers on them and a hole through them, and tack fuse them. But I wanted to play with those because I never had. Put them in there. That's poppy landscapes. That was the Lampwork flowers. Here are Lampwork blossom flowers. She packs so carefully. Her team is great. Alright, this is getting to be a long video, I'm sorry. I'm just going to quickly do both of them. That way I can get them both. These are Lampwork star flowers. But yeah, I wanted some stuff to add texture because everything I fuse is generally flat. But I've had a couple of hearts I thought would look really pretty with a Lampwork flower on top, and they can be tack fused. So I want to go for that. Open. Fighting the packaging is the worst part. But I'll have plenty of bubble wrap for mailing out hearts and things. Alright, so these are very similar to the ones we saw before. They're just a little wider open. Let's see if you can see them. But they have a wider open center. Again, I suspect they use some sort of form for these, but again, I don't blow glass. I'd like to. But they're really pretty. Of course, I can't see what I'm showing in my camera, other than it's my hand somewhere in this. So they're really pretty. And since I don't have my little containers set up, I'm just going to use little 2-ounce portion containers to hold them. And then this is a variegated mix of blossom flowers. And I've got all different colors, which I thought was really cool. I was like, whatever you want to send me. Or this came in, or I ordered them in whatever they sent. Like just a mix. But they're very pretty. And they're small. I mean, each one's about the size of my thumbnail. And about as thick as my pinky. but they're really cool. All right, more boxes. I'll go through these faster, I promise. See, she packages up stuff. You can get an ounce in a little tiny box, which I love. This is Indigo Marini because she's got some in just basic colors that are real pretty. I don't have a lot of that. So these are just from her pull of anything that's indigo. Just a mix of the Marini from it. So there's Bluebonnet Flowers, circles, this cool geometric one, you name it. But that's what the indigo is it's just a mix of everything that has indigo in it. Then there was more landscape lines. Mixed Marini in blue, and I think I got purple too, violet. And violet's expensive if you haven't seen me talk about it on the Kickstarter. Purples generally have gold in them. Gold-bearing stuff is expensive. This is pretty. I really like this one. It's a little triangle. There we go. This is just sort of a solid blue concentric ring piece. There are some Bluebonnet Flowers or whatever, bluebells, I don't know. These little round ones. I use a lot of those. They're very cute. So that's a nice mix. I have so many flowers, they're coming out my ears these days. And then mixed Marini and violet. So there you had blue, indigo, and violet. Because those are the colors I like to work in. And this is, oh, that's beautiful. It's a nice mix of colors. As it goes flying again. That's a beautiful mix. There's even a little purple heart. There's some hydrangea, which I bought some of. Mixed flowers. All very nice stuff. I really got to get a better filming setup. This is my camera on a tripod. Alright, more bullseye landscape lines, so I lied. I thought we were done. These are rainbows. Aren't they cool? They'd make really cool flowers. I just love rainbows. And then rainbow landscape lines in slices. So I'm thinking these are for, they are. I don't have to cut up the other ones. Aren't those cool? They're just beautiful. You can use them as petals for like psychedelic flowers and stuff. I'm really wanting to play with flowers more. This is lilac petals. Oh, aren't those pretty? I was thinking they'd work as lilacs, but they'd also work as just individual flowers. I'm trying to twist my hand right so you can see. But they're beautiful. Then we had the purple hydrangeas, which I mentioned I bought. I got cane last time, and honestly at this point it's just easier for me to let Tabitha and her crew cut them up for me. My hands start to hurt after a while. But those are hydrangeas, and I just love them. Make little clumps of them now. And I have leaves from Wilderness Glass. So I can't wait to put them in. These are simple white stars, because what I want to do is some flags and things. So you can see here they are, I'll get them down in view. They are 5-pointed stars. You can't really see from here, but they are 5-pointed stars. I want to do some flags and things, and I thought that would be kind of fun to use. Then we have sugar plum flowers. And then the last one is landscape line petals flower mix. Oh yeah, I bought these. I didn't buy these in cane. I bought these in canes. But aren't they pretty? Canes are, you know, about that long. Not even as big around as your pinky, so they're small. But I really liked this flower. Let me cut a piece if I can find my nippers. Yep. File nippers. Okay, so there we go. That's more what it looks like, so it's easier to see with the light through it. But it's a spark, it's a little pointed flower. And I'll be cutting that one up and using it. I found I didn't get a whole pile of purple flowers in the purple mix, which makes sense. There aren't as many of them. And then Landscape Lines Petals, the flower mix. So these are leaves and petals, but also centers. I got this specifically so I could have pieces that would be like flower centers that these could go around. You can have a piece, and you can layer your flower petals around it, and it makes flowers. So that was the last piece I bought. But yeah, I've wanted to do a lot with, like I said, with flowers. I just haven't. And yep, box is empty. So this is a long video. I apologize for that, but I wanted to share all my pretty new things. Because this was a big order from Tabitha's. It'll be probably be my last one this year. I know it's only March too. But it was really beautiful, and for the Kickstarter backers, I thought it would be really cool for you to be able to see how this stuff comes packaged and hear what I'm going to do with it, at least as far as your hearts are concerned. For anybody who stumbled across this video, I hope I entertained you. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.